Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Hindsight. My name is Daphne Lundy. I'm the vice chair of DivCom. I'm also part of the team that developed the request for session proposals and reviewed the over 80 proposals that we got to create today's program. I first wanted to give a big shout out to the proposals team. It was definitely a team effort to craft all of that and develop the program that you see today. So special shout out to Nicole Payne, Viviana Viciano, Reed Jordan, Androniki Lagos, Renee Widdison. Thank you for all of your help. And for those who are new to Hindsight, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I wanted to give a brief recap of everything that we've experienced thus far at the conference. So yesterday we kicked off our day with an amazing intergenerational fireside chat with Maya Lazaro, Cara Page, Emily de los Santos, really starting the day with focusing on social justice, liberation, and how we might reimagine healing and care. We were also joined by the amazing Tiare Jung, who graphically recorded their impressions of the session. And you'll see in the chat box, we'll share a link of that amazing graphic. We'll send it out in an email later after the conference, but thank you again, Tiare, for your ability to sort of graphically translate what we were feeling throughout the conference yesterday. Throughout the day, we also had amazing sessions that covered a range of topics, everything from using design as preventative care, big data and trans equity, and also decentering whiteness in urban planning. And then at the end of the day, we were also led through an amazing memorial ritual by our director of graphics and design, Gloria Lau. And what we'll do is drop a link to that memorial in the chat box if you want to participate in it throughout the day. So today's lineup is also just as rich. Oh, there it is. So thank you again for folks who felt comfortable sharing in that memorial space. We'll also work to add this memorial to our gallery of things after the conference as well. So today's lineup is also just as rich. We're going to have a range of amazing sessions, everything covering community resilience to justice in the care economy, trans and gender conforming inclusive housing, and nightlife and cultural movement building. So amazing things ahead. So now I'm going to pass it on to Catherine to lead us into a short exercise.
Hi, everyone. I'm Catherine Nguyen. I'm the communications coordinator for DivCom. I'd like to start out with a huge shout out to my communications team for their help this year. Every post you saw on social media, every email you received from Hindsight, the virtual marketplace that you can visit and you should definitely check out. And the honorable mentions page was their hard work. So thank you to Colleen Chan, Jessica Ortiz, Yining Lee, Carrie Bailey, Uriah Johnson, Reed Jordan, and Sophia Pan. So now I'd like to do an exercise with you to reset for our afternoon. So please make sure you have a piece of paper or something to write with, or you can feel free to type it out. Let's start with 3 deep breaths. Ready? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now I'd like to share my reflections with you. This year has been a huge lesson for me, as I'm sure it's been for all of you. It's taught me to slow down and really take stock of what's important in life, and not to take things for granted, like walking outside, my health, and my power to influence change. This year has put into focus the small, meaningful choices that each person puts into action that can make a difference, like wearing a mask. So I'd like to take a moment with everyone to set our intention for this afternoon in thinking about our health and our future. Let's take a few moments together in this virtual space to think about how we as individuals and as a community will spend this afternoon learning, discussing, and connecting with one another about racial justice in planning, health, and the environment. Think about how you, in small and intentional ways, can center Black and Brown communities in health, joy, creativity, and healing in our future. So now everyone take a moment to write down a sentence, a word, draw a picture that best describes your intentions. We'll take 2 minutes for you to get your thoughts down, and I'll start that timer now. Okay, you have about 30 seconds left. Okay, now that you're done putting your thoughts down, why don't we, oh, sorry, my timer is going off. Stop. Now that you're done, feel free to share out your intentions in the chat with one another. And we'll do that for another 2 minutes. Okay, you have about 30 seconds left. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to share my reflections with you and for setting your intentions with me. I hope this is an exercise that you'll continue as we strive for a better future together. Now I'll hand it back to Daphne to send us off with affirmation.
Thank you for leading us through that exercise, Catherine. So before we start the day of sessions, I wanted to offer some affirmations to get through the day, get through the month, get through what's ever left of this very intense year. I think for all of us, this year has asked so much of us. We've had to protest, we've had to mourn, we've had to really overcome a lot. And I want to make the space for us to sort of acknowledge that and begin the healing, and also acknowledge the fact that there's so much work that's still left to be done. So I wanted, if you'll humor me, I wanted to channel my best LeVar Burton reading Rainbow Energy for the day and read a poem from one of my favorite writers. Her name is Eve Ewing. She's a writer from Chicago. If you don't know about her, you should please check her out. And I'm reading a poem from her collection that's called Electric Arches. And the poem is very aptly called Affirmation to Youth Living in Prison After Assata Shakur. So we'll also drop a link to the poem in the chat box if you want to follow along. Speak this to yourself until you know it is true. I believe that I woke up today and my lungs were working miraculously. My voice can sing and murmur and ask miraculously. My hands may shake, but they can hold me or another. My blood still carries the gifts of the air from my heart to my brain miraculously. Put a finger to my wrist or my temple and feel it. I am magic. Life in all its good and bad and ugly things. Scary things which I would like to forget. Beautiful things which I would like to remember. The whole messy, lovely, true story of myself pulses within me. I'm getting emotional reading this poem, you guys. I believe that the sun shines, if not here, then somewhere. Somewhere it rains and things will grow green and wonderful. Somewhere inside me too it rains and things will grow green and wonderful. Sometimes my insides rain from the inside out, and then I know I am alive, I am alive, I am alive. Ooh, okay. So I wanted to offer you all that affirmation. We really hope you enjoyed today's programming. As a reminder, the sessions will kick off today at 12:30, and then we'll be back in the auditorium space at 4:15 for closing remarks, and then the after party at 4:30 with DJ Tara. And if you haven't already, check out the back of the program for a special Hindsight signature cocktail drink that you guys should definitely make. I can already vouch for it. It's amazing. So thank you all. We really hope you enjoyed today's programming and looking forward to connecting with all you later today.
Thank you. Gosh, Daphne.